Good evening, everyone. Doing a live. We have a lot of stuff to go over. First thing I want you to do, get on comments, tell me where you're from, hit that thumbs up, like button, and those of you that have subscribed or haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button on YouTube. And of course, share this with your family and friends. Make sure when you subscribe to push all on notifications. So anytime we post, you will get a live notification for either we're posting content or going live as well. Facebook has been the reach and the algorithms have been absolutely ridiculous the last 6 months. We have been struggling to get you guys the information we need. There's 117,000 followers on our page on Facebook, and we're only getting to about 2,000 to 3,000 of you, it seems like, every time we post. So this is just another avenue. I'm going to post the live stream video after we're done here onto Facebook as well. And subscribers have already seen a sneak peek at our prelim snowfall amounts, which we will go over here in just a minute. All right, let's get right into it. You can see the storm system is coming into the came in to the northwest coast here yesterday. So let's all right, so I'll circle this for you. This is our troublemaker coming in, and I'll tell you what, after making I spent probably a couple hours going back and forth on this snowfall accumulation because, man, I have a major headache. This storm is causing headaches for probably most of the forecasters out there. This is a very tricky scenario because we have borderline. We're going to have marginal temperatures between 32 to 34 degrees. If you drop to 32 or possibly below freezing in certain areas, where I show you this, where it's going to accumulate, your accumulations will go up. Okay, but if you stay at 33, 34 degrees, while we see very, very heavy snow in spots, it'll still accumulate, but it's still going to melt at the lower level at the same time. But with these heavy snow rates, it's going to overcome that and still accumulate, all right? But just not as much. So anyways, I'll go on to that here in just a second. Let's go on to our system here. So here comes digging down to the southwest. Here it is over basically Las Vegas and northwestern parts of Arizona as of right now, and it's still digging down. It's going to go into Mexico before it starts ejecting out, okay? So we've had some good samples on this system so far the last 24 hours. So the track has become more in tune, but let me throw this out there. But we are still about 48 hours away, especially out here towards the Mid-South and the, Arkansas, Missouri, eastern Oklahoma, northeastern Texas, down through, Indiana, Illinois. We're still 48 hours plus out of this event. I have seen instances where the track has shifted 50 to 100 miles more south and southeast within 24 hours right before the event. Okay, so as I go over the accumulation map here shortly, I'll show you some concerns I have. All right, so here's our system. Now, like I said, this is going to keep digging down into the southwest. We have a subtropical jet cutting in down through here. Plus, we're going to have Gulf moisture come up, and we're going to have some instability. So a little bit of instability up here, especially as this low pivots down through northern Louisiana and goes through Mississippi. There's going to be some Cape values and we might get some thunder snow out of this. And if we get those intense banding set up and you get some thunder snow, you can get very, very heavy snow rates, and it will bring that cold air down from above your head to the surface. And if you, like I said, if you get to 31, 32 degrees, the accumulations are going to go gangbusters. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at the latest hazard map here. All right. Here is the latest. Along the spine Appalachians, they've had a few inches of snow out there today, and it's going to keep going on till tonight because of the northwesterly flow that's banking up against those mountains. So higher elevations up here through the Appalachians. That's why there's winter weather advisories up here. Winter storm warnings up in the northeast. And here we go. Basically from the I-44 corridor from St. Louis down through Rolla to Springfield to Joplin, and southeast of there, you're under a winter storm watch. Basically a northern couple rows of counties in northwest Arkansas through north central Arkansas, winter storm watches. I'm sorry, these blue areas are winter storm watches. And you get out here towards West Texas, winter storm watches out here. We have a winter weather advisory out here for areas around Amarillo. Now you're probably wondering, why is there no watches or anything through Oklahoma? I'm going to show you why here in just a second. So this is the probabilities of exceeding winter storm warning criteria. All right. You see up here, actually, let's go out towards Texas where they have a winter storm watch right now. All these yellows and reds out here, that's yellow is 30 to 50% chance of exceeding warning criteria. Up to the red is 50 to 80% chance of exceeding warning criteria. This is why there's winter storm watches out here. Okay. Then you get just east of there. The snowfall amounts are going to diminish below warning criteria in these National Weather Service areas. Okay. You get towards the Ouachitas of basically eastern Oklahoma into western Arkansas, your chances go up. All right. So there is no winter storm watches here at the moment, but I expect by morning there may be. Okay. Now, where the winter storm watches are actually at, look at this here. Let me try to zoom in for us. So basically, like I said, the yellow is 30 to 50%. The red areas is 50 to 80%. And the higher elevations above 1,500 feet across northwest Arkansas is greater than 80% chance of exceeding warning criteria. Now, you're probably wondering, what's the warning criteria? Well, in the Little Rock office, Tulsa office, which forecasts for Little Rock has north central Arkansas, Tulsa has northwest Arkansas, and their criteria is 4 inches or greater. Okay, 4 inches or more to hit warning criteria. Okay, now you go up into Missouri, the Springfield office. The criteria is more. 6 inches or higher hits a warning criteria. 6 inches or more hits a warning criteria. Okay. So we got the red up here, 50 to 80% chance of hitting warning criteria. So in Missouri, 6 inches or more. All right. Like I said, northwest Arkansas, north central Arkansas, it's 4 inches. Okay, so it's a lot higher probabilities down here, especially across the higher terrain. Now we get out here towards Indiana, far northwestern Ohio, back into Illinois. These red areas, like I said, 50, 80%. Now I fully expect by morning or tomorrow afternoon, the winter storm watches will be expanded through rest of Illinois here. let me just circle this for you. So we already have winter storm watches. So I think we're going to have winter storm watches basically through this area when you wake up tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon. Okay. So expect that. And I think the rest of this area down here will fill in with winter weather advisories. And I really do think the Ouachitas will be under a winter storm watch tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon. That's basically up to the Tulsa office. I think they have that area right there. So I'll take you back to this map. Okay, so here's the map of what it takes to get the warning criteria. This is a proposed map, but it's a rough idea. So, like I said, in the blue, 4 inches. Okay, in the lighter blues up here, usually 5 to 6 inches. And as you get north, it goes up. All right. And as you go south, it goes really way down. You get towards the Gulf Coast, it only takes an inch to get a winter storm watch or warning issued. Okay. All right. Here is from NOAA. This experimental as well, but I like to show this. This is a potential winter storm impacts. Okay. So in the yellow, actually the dark gray, winter weather area says expect winter weather, winter driving conditions. Just make sure you drive carefully. There might be a little slick spot or two. You get into yellow, minor impacts across, Texas, northern Texas into Oklahoma, far western Arkansas, in through Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, and on the outskirts of this orange, all the way through Ohio, Indiana, and southern Illinois. Okay, minor impacts. Expect a few inconveniences to daily life. Winter driving conditions, just use caution while driving. There will be some slick spots, of course. You get into the orange, okay? Moderate impacts are expected with this storm, okay? Expect disruptions to daily life. Hazardous driving conditions are possible, and closures to disruptions to infrastructure may occur, right? So this is, like I said, this is the winter storm impacts, basically from NOAA, Winter Storm Severity Index. Okay. All right, now we're in the short range. Okay, I'm going to go over the NAM. I'm going to go over the NAM first, the 12-kilometer, and then I'm going to go over the high-res NAM as well. So we're just going to look at tracks right now. So here comes the low pressure is developing down here in Texas. Here's the upper low trailing behind. And then here we go. There it is. And it's tracking through basically southeastern parts of Texas. Look at all the snow breaking out up here. Like I said, we're going to go over temperatures here in just a second. So around, let's just say, around Dallas, especially northwest suburbs, over towards Fort Worth and north, you may see snow come out of the sky, but around Dallas, maybe just a little bit north of there, the accumulations are still in question at the moment because of marginal temperatures. So we're gonna look at, like I said, we're gonna look at temperatures here in just a minute. So this is, let's back this up. So this is 6 a.m. Tuesday, 9 a.m., 12 p.m., 3 on Tuesday, 3 p.m. Rain's starting to pick up into Arkansas, and possibly rain mixed with snow up here in Arkansas as well. Heavy snow ongoing is back here into Oklahoma, into Texas. And then, so this low is going to track basically from southwestern parts of Louisiana up to Mississippi. Now, there possibly is going to be an occluded low develop, which will take over this. Okay, so while we have very heavy snow through the Ozarks here and through western parts of Oklahoma, and then basically through the 60s, I believe it's 67 or 167 corridor down towards Little Rock, and then the I-30, I believe it's I-30, going out of Little Rock down towards southwestern Arkansas. Northwest of that line, it's going to be pretty heavy snow. Basically, rain transitioning to rain snow mix to snow pretty quickly as you go northwest of that line. Okay, this is 9 o'clock on Tuesday. See where this low is right now into Mississippi, and then it bounces back northwest because there's an inclusion low trying to develop. Okay, so it's taking place of this other low. So another low develops here, and then starts going northeast and starts strengthening. Okay, and then heading out towards basically northern Kentucky, basically getting some snow out towards Indiana, northwestern parts of Ohio, Indiana, Illinois. Still snowing very heavily. This is Wednesday at 6 o'clock. Still snowing in northern Arkansas. And then this thing gets up and gets out of here. Now you're going to have some wraparound snows as we get into late Wednesday night. Okay. Still maybe some flurries, snow showers back here in Missouri, northern Arkansas. You got snow showers maybe going around central Tennessee through Kentucky and Ohio. Let's go out to east here and show you this. So there's that occluded low. Now there's going to be a low basically taking over and going up to the northeast here. So West Virginia to Ohio, snow. And then, I mean, here we are. We got snow showers basically ongoing, clear through Thursday, clear back into Missouri, through Illinois, northern Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky. So, like I said, this thing has a lot of energy to work with, and there's pieces of energy that's going to come and rotate around it. That's why we're getting all these flurries, snow showers around the area through Thursday morning. Okay, this is far out as this one goes. I'll warn you, the NAM likes to go nuts with the snowfall accumulation, so I'm just showing this kind of as a guide of where this snow is going to be. Okay, so here we are, and it's overdoing. I think it's overdoing amounts, especially through here and into basically Texas and Oklahoma. I think it's overdoing amounts. Since we have marginal temperatures, you want to look at the positive snow depth change, okay? So this one is showing, a good 2 to 4, possibly more across Texas through Oklahoma. Good 3 to 5 basically around in Arkansas, Missouri. Now, like I said, this is just one model. I'm taking a blend of all models and then using experience as well to forecast some of the snow, okay? So this is just one tool. And I want you to notice temperatures. This is just one model, okay? This is Tuesday morning, early Tuesday morning. You can see the precip breaking out here in western Texas. It's already cooled down to freezing around here. Like I said, if you get to freezing or just below, your accumulations will go up. If it's 33, 34 degrees, you may get some heavy accumulation, especially these bigger bands, these heavier bands that come through, but it will be melting at the same time. But it will still accumulate, especially these heavier bands. Okay? So, look, I just want you to take note across Missouri and Arkansas and eastern Arkansas. This is a question I'm going to have. Like I said, we're still 48 hours out. We're going to have northeast winds, okay? And especially if you live in Missouri, Tennessee, parts of Kentucky, Arkansas, back here in probably Oklahoma, Texas, if you get some northeast winds ahead of a system and you get these, let's say it clears out here Monday night, these temperatures will probably be lower than this. And then we get into Tuesday morning, we still got northeast winds funneling cold air down, but the system's coming in let's say we wake up Tuesday morning and it's cloudy outside. These temperatures ain't going to go nowhere, and I'll show you this. So you see where the precip's breaking out. That's why you got this dynamic cooling going on. Okay, out ahead of it, you're in the mid 40s. I don't know if I buy that all the way, especially in the northern parts towards the Red River. But with it being cloudy as you wake up, I don't think it's going to be that warm. Even in Arkansas, it's going to be I think it's going to be cloudy, overcast, and it's got Arkansas and southern Missouri warming up into the mid 40s. I don't think I believe that, especially if we have northeast winds coming in and we have cloud cover. The only way I think we're going to warm up this much is if you have sunshine, and I don't think that's going to happen. So I think 9 times out of 10, models bust on cold air, and the Ozarks kind of hold it up if it's coming out of the northwest. But if you got these northeast winds funneling cold air down, temperatures are going to bust. Okay, so keep that in the back of your mind. All right, because we're still 48 hours out. A lot of stuff can change, and I've seen it change before. So you can see where this cooling starts taking place. Look across western Arkansas now. We went from, this model says we're going to be in the 40s. I don't know about that, but see how we start dramatically cooling down pretty quick as the precipitation starts falling. The heavy precip rates start falling. And then we get, look at this across southern Missouri, northern Arkansas. You get to 34, 32 degrees with snow falling at very heavy clips, okay? If you get to 32, this is going to be a fine line, all right? Because I think the Ozarks are going to get hammered, all right? But there's so many fine details with the Ozarks, because you could be in a little, like, creek valley or whatever, and your elevation is lower, obviously. Then you may get 2-3 inches there, but then you go up the hill 4 or 5 miles and you went up 4, 5, 600 feet up in elevation going up the hill, and they could have a half a foot or more of snow. It's that fine tune of details we're dealing with this storm, and that's why a lot of the forecasters out there are having headaches with this. Okay, but I think that, like I said, I think the elevation, especially Ozarks of Arkansas, Missouri, up through St. Louis, then up towards Indiana, Ohio, I think they're just going to get absolutely creamed. Now, I think the higher elevations, especially about 1,500 to 2,000 feet, are really going to get clobbered, because that cold air is going to get there quicker, and the heavy precip rates are going to get there. It's going to bring that cold air down. The higher up you are, the cooler you get, the cooler at the surface you will get faster, basically, if that makes sense. All right, so all through Oklahoma, down towards Dallas, we're at 34, 35 degrees. You may see snow in Dallas. Just the accumulations right now are still in question. So the snowfall map I'm going to show you here in just a minute is a preliminary map. All right. There's going to be probably some changes because, like I said, the temperatures are so marginal that 1 or 2 degree difference is going to mean somebody's going to get plastered, maybe with 6 to 12 inches of snow if you're at freezing or just below. But if you're at 33 to 34, you might only get 2 to 4 inches because of it possibly accumulating to the ground and then melting, compaction, etc. Okay? I'm going to go through the Euro really quick because I know tomorrow's Monday and a lot of people have to go back to work, so I don't want to keep you up too late. So Euro has been rock solid, basically a brick wall. It hasn't wavered much at all. And another thing, we have been talking about a winter-like pattern coming back when when some people, I wouldn't say you all, some people were saying winter was over. Okay, winter is not over. This is not going to be the last of the winter weather we see across the area. You know how bad February gets, especially the last 2 or 3 years. We have all of February to go through, and even last year we had some pretty heavy snows even into March. Okay, so we have a lot of time, and there has been some signals at basically the polar vortex is going to come down and draw in possibly very, very cold air at some point in the future, and probably early February. Okay, so something to keep in the back of your mind. This is not going to be the last winter event. I can almost bet you money right now that this will not be the last winter event. Okay. Also, there will be severe weather with this system. I'm going to go over that here just briefly here in just a minute. But all modes of severe weather are going to be possible, especially in southwestern Louisiana, into southern Mississippi, down towards Alabama, possibly bleeding over to Georgia. This is going to be on, I believe, Tuesday, Wednesday time frame. But I'll show you that map here in just a second. All right, so here's the Euro. Things digging, digging, digging. Look at all this snow breaking out. This thing has rain mixed with snow all the way through northern parts of Texas here. This is, of course, 9 a.m. on Tuesday. Here comes a low pressure, pretty much dragging his feet, going towards Mississippi. Now, this has snow a little bit further south into Arkansas. Heavier snows possibly into Dallas. Now you can see where that river valley is in Arkansas. Okay, and then, like I said, heavy snows going on. Now this Euro includes the low as well, and another low develops up here in southeastern Arkansas. Okay, and then we'll start ramping up. Takes place of this other one, and then as you can see. Up here in western Kentucky, far northwestern parts of Tennessee, you might see snow late Wednesday night before it changes to rain, because you're going to get some warm air advection. But the key there is when there's severe weather. When there's severe weather down here, it will kind of grab into that warm air advection and basically help you out if you want snow up in this general area. Okay, lots of details. Like I said, winter weather forecasting is not for the weak. I tell you, this is just this storm has been a big headache, and because of the marginal temperatures. Okay, so here this thing really wraps up, gets out of here. All this green behind it, that's going to be snow showers into Wednesday. This thing wraps out of here. All this green out here in Tennessee, Kentucky, possibly in the north Alabama, that's not going to be rain. That's going to be snow showers or flurries. Okay, this is into late Wednesday night into Thursday morning, and then that gets out of here. Okay, so here's the snowfall in the Euro. This is what we're looking at for the snowfall. This is pretty good, but I want to tell you, like I said, we are going to get some convective banding snows in here, and there's a chance that there's some thunder snow that could happen. That's going to increase your snowfall rates, okay? There has been instances in the past, if you get convective bands of snow with lightning, thunder, etc., there has been instances where there has been 2 to 3, possibly even 4 inches an hour rates under these convective bands, and it will accumulate very quickly. Okay, even if it's 33, 34 degrees outside. All right, keep that in mind as well. All right, here is the outlook for Tuesday into Wednesday or Tuesday into Wednesday morning for severe weather. Slight risk. Basically New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Montgomery, Alabama, Mobile, all slight risk. All modes of severe weather are going to be possible. Okay, tornadoes, possibly some hail, damaging straight line winds. Marginal risk back here towards Houston, up to Alexandria, Jackson, up to Birmingham. Okay, so I just want to keep you ahead of that too, because there's going to be severe weather ahead of this as well. So, surface based cape, you need, I believe, just four, the number four, to get lightning and thunder. Okay, so you have these values across southern Oklahoma into northern parts of Texas as this precip really gets going. Now that a low is going to include out, and look at this, you have some cape getting to 100 right around central Arkansas, going up into the Ozarks, and like I said, there could be a convective band set up somewhere, and those will be very, very heavy snowfall rates. And another thing, these snowflakes are going to be humongous when you get in those huge, those heavier bands. We're talking half-dollar size, maybe baseball size flakes. These suckers are going to be huge. This is going to be a wet snow. Be careful shoveling. Okay, they call this a heart attack snow basically because it's going to be so heavy, wet. It's going to be stuck. This heavy wet snow is going to stick to everything. It's going to be, when you get snow after this thing passes, all the trees are going to be white. Everything is going to be this stuck with all this snow. Okay, so all right, so we got that. Now let's go into accumulations. I've already talked for 30 minutes, so give me just a second. All right, this is not a slam dunk forecast. Okay, like I said, this has been a nightmare to forecast. Okay, but there has been instances in the past. This is why use your experience. Use past storms to kind of justify some of these amounts, and then guidance models. Look at the consistency. Okay, so with that being said, the white areas. Okay, those are the areas I'm a little bit more in question of you getting accumulations. Will you see snow flying at some point? Yes. I'm just really curious of how much you actually get. Okay, because you're going to be closer to that low pressure system. Okay, and I say if this thing tracks a little bit 50 miles more south and east, the snow is going to come more southeast with it. Okay, I've seen this happen before. Okay, we've seen these low pressures, man. The NAM was on it. All these models were on it. The track was nailed down. Then you get 24 hours out, and all of a sudden the track just moves almost up. I've seen instances, I think it was 2011, 2012, where the low moved almost 100 miles southeast. Okay, 24 hours before the event. Okay, so there is room for adjustments. And like I said, this is just a prelim snowfall accumulation map. I expect this to change. And I'm going to analyze this as we go through tomorrow and have another live with you probably late tomorrow night after I analyze all the data. Okay, but here we are. So all the white areas, dusting to an inch plus. The reason why I put an inch plus, because if your temperature all of a sudden tanks, which these models suck at cold air, like I've said, if those temperatures are colder than we expected, or what the models show, which is possible, especially in the towards Arkansas, down through eastern Arkansas, through eastern Missouri, down through western Kentucky, possibly into western Tennessee. We're going to have northeast winds, and it's going to be cold Monday night, below freezing in a lot of areas up here where this snow is going to happen. All right, so elevation, especially in the Ouachitas out here towards Arkansas and eastern parts of Oklahoma, get up to the higher terrain of the Ozarks up here into northwestern parts of Arkansas, north central Arkansas, getting into southern Missouri, basically I-44 and south, are going to get hammered, especially the terrain above 1,500 to 2,000 feet in northwest Arkansas is going to get slammed. Okay, and I think I'll be honest with you, I think I'm underdoing amounts there. Okay, so that being said, the white areas, basically from Abilene over towards basically northwest suburbs of Dallas, Texarkana, up towards Little Rock, close to Jonesboro, up to northwestern parts of Tennessee, back to basically parts of Kentucky as well. I think dusting 1 inch. Like I said, there's a question mark of this could easily come south if the temperatures are lower than what the models expect, which prior experience these models do not handle cold air well, and we're going to have a northeasterly wind ahead of this low. Okay, so that makes me suspicious that it's going to be more than this. Like I said, there's room for adjustments here. We're still 48 hours or more out, especially across the central and eastern part of the area here. Okay, you get to these lighter blues. Like I said, it's going to be a sharp cutoff. You're going to go from snow to the temperatures are going to go down just a little bit more as you go northwest here, and then gain elevation in Arkansas and Oklahoma. Your accumulations are going to go up pretty quickly, and you're going to have, as this low comes through, you have a deformation band with possible convective banding that happens throughout this area, and wherever that sets up, you're going to get those super heavy snowfall rates and huge snowflakes. They're going to be humongous. Okay, so let's start back out in Texas. So the yellow or the white is dusting 1 inch. Get up towards just north of there, 1 to 2 inches, maybe more. Okay, then you get up to the dark or the other next shade of blue here towards Lubbock. I think 2 to 4 is a good possibility, and that takes it over towards Ardmore, Oklahoma, and just south of Oklahoma City, 2 to 4 inches. You get towards like Amarillo, maybe 1 to 2 inches. Just south of there, it ramps up. Okay, you get just north of Lubbock and just south of Amarillo. That's where I think the heavier band will be. I think 4 to 8 inches is a good possibility. This is where the winter storm watch is as well. Get towards basically probably about Tulsa. I think maybe 1 inch or 2. You start going east towards the Ozarks. Your accumulation is going to go up. Okay, you get towards Fayetteville. I think 4 to 8 inches is possible in Fayetteville, Springdale, up towards Rogers. You get to, I think I forgot what tunnel that is. Maybe I think it's Bobby Hopper Tunnel. Along there and north, that's 4 to 8 inches. You get south there and go towards the River Valley, it's going to cut off pretty quickly. It's going to go down to about 2 to 4 inches as you get towards the River Valley. Okay, and that basically follows I-40 all the way to Little Rock. All right, so you go from basically just southeast of Poplar Bluff down towards Jonesboro, just right around possibly just maybe Newport. I think we're going to be 1 to 2 inches, 1 to 2 plus. Like I said, there's going to be adjustments. This is just preliminary. So then you get to a little bit lighter blues here. You get up towards Ash Flat, Hardy, down towards just like I said, right around Conway, maybe towards Russellville. I think 2 to 4, maybe higher, of course. And then you get to this dark blue, basically towards Mena, Arkansas, down towards eastern Oklahoma, southern Missouri. We're talking Branson to Gainesville, West Plains up to Ava, right around Rolla up to St. Louis. I'm talking 4 to 8 inches plus. Okay, in that area. Now you get up to the higher terrain of Arkansas, Okay, thinking like probably Huntsville to Jasper to Marshall, Arkansas, and then southern part of Marion County over towards southwestern parts of Boone County, towards Carroll County as well. That area is the pretty much the higher terrain of the Ozarks, 1,500, 2,000 feet or so. I think 6 to 10 inches plus is easy there. Okay. Now, like I said, this 4 to 8 band, especially as you get into the Ozarks, going northeast towards St. Louis, into Illinois, towards Indianapolis, into northwestern Ohio. If the temperatures are colder than expected, expect this purple area to get expanded, the 6 to 10 inches. Okay, expect that to get expanded if the cold temperatures are down more than what they are. Like I said, marginal temperatures right now between 32 to 34. Okay, and where this snow is going to be falling. All right, but we're going to have heavy banding that comes in behind this low on the northwest and west side of this low. Okay, wherever that deformation band sets up, and we get some possibly convective banding that throws in with it. Very heavy snow rates could happen, and huge snowflakes coming down as well. All right, so I will post this map on the Facebook page as well. I'll post the live over in Facebook as well, and the subscriber hub as well. The subscribers already took a look at this. I posted this over an hour ago for subscribers to look at, and this is where we stand right now. There's going to be changes. Like, my forecast confidence is still moderate on this. I think a winter storm is going to come. I think it's going to be impactful, but I think the biggest snows are going to happen in the Ozarks, okay, and then going northeast towards Ohio. I think that's where the biggest snowfall is going to be. Okay, not discounting Texas or anything, but I think, like I said, Texas are still going to get pretty good snowfall out here towards Lubbock, just south of Amarillo. But as this low really ramps up across Arkansas into Missouri, that's where we're going to get the heavier snows. Plus elevation is key as well. Okay, that's where we stand at the moment. Stay tuned. There's could be a lot of changes here. This white area and all this snow area could easily come a little bit further south and east as we get closer to the event. Okay, so, and the Euro has been trending a little bit that way the past few runs. Okay, which would bring this white area further southeast, possibly into Memphis, possibly past Little Rock, into possibly Pine Bluff, and into southwestern parts of Arkansas as well, and into northeastern parts of Texas. All right, like I said, this is not going to be the last winter event we have. We have February to go. We have March to go as well. The past few years, we've been slammed in February. Last year, we had a huge snowstorm in March, and an ice storm. So there's a lot still on the table to come, and we still have a month and a half till spring. Okay, plenty of time for you snow lovers to try to get some snow in here. Okay, stay tuned. There's going to be more adjustments as we get closer. Okay, have a great evening, everyone. Thank you for staying up. And then have a great Monday. I'll talk to you probably tomorrow night.